Welcome to another episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Anthony Luciano Raimondi. What's up, man?
Not too much, Billy. How you doing?
I've been good, man. You know,
Guys, never wore beards, never wore mustaches, not sideburns, no long hair. Every one of them became a fucking rat.
have you ever had someone talk shit to you about having a mustache?
Yeah,
You have?
I told him to go fuck himself.
What did they say to you? Like, what would
You
they
can't
say?
wear a mustache. If you wear a mustache, you're a rat. And I turned around and I told him, well, after I cracked him in the face and I broke his fucking jaw, I turned around and I told him, I never ratted on anybody. I said, look at all the rats you got around you. They're all clean shaven. I
But
wear just what I want.
if someone calls you a rat, can't you kill him?
Is he a wise guy or is he not a wise guy?
So,
If he's a wise guy, all right, listen to me. If he's a wise guy and he called you a rat, you're not supposed to kill him unless it's taken to a table. Now, if it's taken to a table, he's calling you a rat, and then you prove at the table you're not, you got the right to take his life. You can take his life. But if a guy's just two guys arguing in the street, and well, you're a rat because you did this, you did that. I mean, you give him a beat and you break his ass, you break his jaw, you break his bones. That's what you do. But you don't really have to kill him. But if it goes to a table, and at the table it's proven you're not a rat, you got the right to take his life.
Yeah.
Definitely you can take his life. Like everybody talks about me. One guy said, oh, you wrote the book It's Like Ratting. I said, no, it ain't. I said, first of all, I never ratted on anybody. I never testified on anybody. I never signed a proffer on anybody. I never gave up information on nothing. I said, I got 2 cases under my belt where 2 rats ratted on me. And I did time and I kept my mouth shut. So I don't even want to fucking hear that. Because guys get jealous. You understand? Guys will get jealous of you no matter what.
Yeah, they definitely do, man. And
I got stupid little thing. Guys will get jealous.
I got some new information about my old co-host. I'm about to be releasing soon.
Good.
Yeah, that he was in the WITSEC program, man. And he's going around saying that. Yeah, he's saying that he wasn't ever telling on people, and I got the proof.
Well, if he wasn't, then he wouldn't have been in the WITSEC program.
Yeah, they kicked him out.
Okay, they kicked him out.
Yep.
All right. There was a reason why they kicked him out then. He probably was fucking up and doing more things.
Yeah, I guess he was shitting his pants when he was about to testify. He didn't want to testify because he was scared.
Listen, let me tell you something. The new crew of guys they have coming in now, like I tell everybody, I don't care. I don't give a fucking rat's ass what you say. Every family, let's say you got 5 skippers in a family, 5 captains. Each one of them has a crew. At least one guy in each one of them crews is talking to the law. And I'm telling you they are.
Yeah.
Because they're not like they were years ago. These guys are not going to do time. Very few of them would do it. And all these new guys, they're not going to do time. They're going to give you up in a heartbeat. And I don't give a shit what anybody says. I've been around a long time. I've seen this. Everybody wants to deny and say no, no, no. But guess what? The answer is yeah. Because I've seen the toughest of the tough give up everybody. Including Joe Messina. Joe Messina was the head of the Bonanno family. He gave everybody up. And his brother-in-law gave everybody up also.
And that's the boss.
That was the boss, yeah. That was one of the bosses.
Do they try to give up the rest of the commission?
Excuse me?
Did the boss try to give up the rest of the commission?
That I don't know. Well, that I don't know. I just know he gave up guys in his own family.
So would you be more worried about people that are in the crew or associates telling on people? Or it really doesn't matter?
The guys that are in the crew. I would be more worried about the guys in the crew because they know the real stuff.
Yeah.
They know where the bodies are buried, let's put it that way, and where everything is going down. And they're in the crew. When you're an associate, you're not going to know everything. You're not. It's impossible for you to know everything. Unless whoever you're with opens up his mouth and tells you everything. Then he's a moron.
Yeah.
Then he's a stupid fucking moron. He shouldn't even be allowed to do it. But the guys in the crew are the ones you got to worry about. The guys that are in there, that are in the family, with the family, those are the guys you got to worry about. Because they know where everything is.
Yeah.
And they're the first ones that will give you up. Come on. Years ago, the only made guy you ever heard give you up years ago was like that. Was Joe Valachi. Then Jimmy the Weasel Fratiano, he started giving up guys. And right after that, it just snowballed. There was a snowball effect.
Yeah.
All wise guys. Then they were just wise guys. Now, then you have captains, lieutenants giving up. Now you got underbosses, consiglieres, bosses giving up information. What are you kidding me? This thing of ours, as they call it this thing of ours. This ain't this thing of ours. This is a thing of nobody's because it went to shit.
Yeah.
It went to shit. And I says too, I got out of the life because the way it turned. You turn around and you make a guy because he's going out with your sister. I don't give a shit he's going out with your sister. What did he do to prove that he deserves to be made?
Yeah, or they're paying for their button, right?
That I don't know about. I never heard of. I've heard of guys who tried it, but it didn't work. But the thing is this: if you're going out, if somebody's going out with your maid guy, somebody's going out with your sister, your daughter, your aunt, your niece, your mother, whoever, oh, bring them in and they make them. And the same thing with their friends and on and on and on. In my day, you had to go out, you had to do a piece of work, and another maid guy came with you. And the maid guy came with you to make sure you did the work. And when you did the work, he would go back and they say, how did everything go? And they say, he did the work fine, didn't sweat it, no nothing. Your time came, you got made. You know what I'm saying?
How long after you do the piece of work do they tell you, all
They
right,
don't
we're gonna
tell
bring
you.
you
They
in?
don't tell you. No. So they don't tell you they're gonna make you. No.
No, I
They
mean,
never tell you.
like, say, so if you're doing a piece of work to get in the family,
Right.
how long after usually? I know they don't tell you, but how long after
It
would
depends.
they take you in?
It depends on the captains and the family and the boss. They could have it in a month, 2 months, 3 months. They could have it the next week. It depends on them. See,
Yeah.
years ago, you only got made twice a year. There was only 2 times a year you got made. Okay, Easter was one time, and then it would be Labor Day weekend. Years ago, Easter weekend and Labor Day weekend. Then they turned around and they made it Christmas time. You got made. Then they turned around and made Thanksgiving. Then they made 4th of July, and they keep changing it. There was a way that you only got made twice, 2 times a year. You can make guys, but now they changed. You can make a guy anytime you want, and
Yeah,
that's a
in the
lot of bullshit.
bathroom now in the bathroom in the prison, dirty
That's
pissy
bullshit. I don't
toilet.
consider those guys ain't made. I don't consider those guys made. You never did that. When you got made, it was an honorable thing at the time when you got made. Certain people had to be there to witness it. Certain people had to be there. They had gave their okay and they're there. And there were certain procedures that had to be followed. Now I heard they made some guy in the prison in the bathroom. Are you fucking kidding me? If that guy would ever came to me and says, "Oh man, I'm a captain," I would tell him, "You ain't nothing." I said, "You don't think you're a captain of the fucking bathroom? Get the fuck out of my face!" Because to me, you're not made. To me, you're not. And a lot of other guys agree with me on that. They had
So
one
what?
guy.
Yeah, what do you think about the war when they were having the war and they started making guys on one side like Larry Mazza? He didn't
Yeah,
go through they didn't prick his finger or any of that. Do you consider him a made man?
let me put this. I don't know Larry. Like I said, I met Larry maybe once or twice. I understand. I know Larry done what he had to do. So if he done what he had to do, whatever he got, he deserved it. Let me put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I can say. But if he didn't do what he done, I would not consider him being made. Because to me, there was a certain way. They just started making guys quick, like an assembly line. That's not the way it goes. That's
Yeah,
not
but
the way it goes.
if they're going to war and they need their ranks up, then they
No,
want to
no, no.
bring
Listen, let me
people.
tell you something. When you got a war. Now I'm with you. If I'm not made, but I'm with you, I'm involved in that war with you.
Yeah,
It isn't that you have to be a made guy to go out and do a piece of work or get involved in the war. That's bullshit. No,
yeah.
no, no. That's
Associates
bullshit.
can do that too.
No, that's bullshit. So if I'm with you, okay, and you're a captain, and I'm with you, and I'm not made, the war goes on. You give me say, we got to whack so and so tonight. I go and I whack them. I don't have to be a made guy to whack them. I got the orders from my captain.
Yeah, but so now that law about putting your hands on a made guy or killing a made guy, What would happen if a non-made person kills a made guy?
That's a little touchy because they would still want his life. Because they would say that he knew that the guy was a made guy and he put his hands on him anyway. And they would still want his life. And it's a legitimate guy. Now the guy's going to know that you're going to want this, and he's going to run to the law.